Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Marvel 2-in-1, issue number 11, The Thing, and Mr. Fantastic, he's back! No, like he's genuinely back now. This whole thing is messed up, and I don't mean this issue. I'm talking about the overall picture of the Fantastic Four right now. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let's just have a conversation here. So first, let's talk about who made this book. Then we'll talk about what happened here. This issue is called Past Tense. Chip Zdarsky is the writer. Ramon K. Perez is the artist. Federico Blee is the color artist. And VC's Joe Caramonga is the letterer. The art department in this particular regard, dude, effing awesome job. Like, all of the comic book is just really great art, but especially The Thing. Woo! The art team on this was just like, hey, we get to draw The Thing. Yeah? Well, let's really draw him. And oh, they did. Damn, it looks good. This is gorgeous, man. Oh, shoot, I forgot there's somebody that did the covers. sorry. Paul Renaud did the covers. Okay, and Fantastic Four is created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So, this comic book basically, Reed Richards decides, hey, listen, I know that you and Johnny decide that the Mad Thinker can just go off and do his own thing, but now I think that we should instead take him and bring him back to our universe as a prisoner. Okay. Cool, there's that. I'm going to get back to that in a second. And basically the whole issue is just, first off, we get to see Reed having a conversation with a Dr. Doom, and it's actually really cool. I like this. This was a highlight of the issue, because I know that this is going to come back later on. This was really good. There was something whispered here where Reed basically lied to Ben Grimm's face. Man, what a jerk. Like, this guy. Talk about a guy who you need more than anything else to rebuild trust with your family, and then you get to turn around talking about, oops, I'm just going to lie again. You know what? I'm going to sit here, I'm going to say it. Reed Richards, man, he's not a heroic villain, like, or I should say more specifically, he's a villainous hero. Like Tony Stark always used to be before Dan Slott took over that comic book. He was a villainous hero. But as far as Reed is concerned, he's not a villain, but man, he's got so much villainy stuff about him, you know? That's purposeful quote, because doomy became an adjective in this. I was pretty impressed. I like that. Yeah, man, as far as this comic book is concerned, basically my favorite part, the highlight, was, as I explained, the whole Reed Richards and Doom thing, but the main topic under discussion is Reed trying to explain to Ben why the family picked up and left. Now, the way that Chip handled it was really cool. I liked it. The whole sciencey bleepy bleep, beep bop, boop bop bop bop, I love science, blah blah blah. You know, nonsense. That's what Ben Grimm's going to hear. I love that. Man, Chip has a great way of just getting into somebody's heads. And like I've mentioned a couple of times when I met him a little over a year ago, the dude knows and loves the Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your favorite character is, that's the love he puts into each one of the members of the Fantastic Four. Man. Like, he knows these guys. And this really felt like a damn Fantastic Four comic book, brah. All that being what it is, Reed Richards was a total jerk face in this. Okay, I need a shirt with Kitty Pryde coming out talking about Professor X and Reed Richards is a jerk, and Tony Stark is just a villain disguised as a hero. But like the universal truths. Oh, and stop trusting Emma Frost because reasons. So Reed basically gives his explanation, but at the end of the day, Ben points out the most important factor, the key factor in all of this. You thought. Reed says, I thought that, you know, this and this and this, and I thought it'd be better if such and such, and I thought you wouldn't enjoy this, and I thought that maybe Doom would be a better person, and I thought, But Ben points it out. You thought. Reed has this thing about him where he thinks that he's smarter than everybody else. And here's the funny part about it. He is. Except for Moon Girl. Moon Girl will wipe the floor with him, you know? But that being said, he's almost like an autistic in the sense that he has that sense about him that he can't go wrong. Whatever he thinks is the truth. He's really stuck in a very particular egocentrical illusion. All right? Try this flavor toothpaste. Why? Because it's the one that I use. And if I'm using it, obviously it's the best one there is. What if my taste buds don't agree with that? What if my particular body chemistry is such that I'm allergic to this toothpaste? No, 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 no. I said it's good, and therefore it is. That's an egocentrical illusion. And dude's steeped in it. Now, what wasn't addressed in here, and just purely constructive criticism, it loves me some Chip Zdarsky, man. Absolutely love this guy. I think that the one thing he should have done was brought this whole comic book back to that original thing in the beginning, and that's pretty much happening all throughout, that Reed decided to superimpose his ideals, his morals, over time, and it can still be done in the next issue, and I really hope that it is done in the next issue. But he decided to usurp the ethics and the decisions of Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm. They decided that the Thinker can go free. You go free, you think about the stuff, we're going to leave you here, think about what you did. Don't make us come back here, man. They could have apprehended him, they could have done all that stuff, but they chose not to. Reed shows up in a comic book, and before we even get to read the comic book, in the beginning of this, he's already gone back with Ben, and he's captured the Thinker. Why? Ben and Johnny made a decision. Were their decisions not good enough? Were they not to your liking? Reed is a pompous, arrogant son of a gun. And it really shows in this. And I don't feel like Chip did a great job in showing it, but I think he's trying to go down the forgiveness route. And I think that it should be focused on it more. And this should be one of those, this is one of those, sitting under the learning tree kind of moments, Reed effed up. He effed up, and that's all he does. For a guy who's so smart, sure does screw up an awful lot, doesn't he? And I'm talking about in relationship matters. The guy just, man, for a guy who's so stoic and who's so self-assertive, because he knows who he is. Problem is, he's got a very low emotional quotient. He's very low on the emotional IQ, man. He's just not good with that. He doesn't respect other people's decisions. He just does not. And if anybody thinks that he does have good decision-making skills, like flawless decision-making skills, I'm going to hearken you back to the Civil War, man, where he was on the wrong side, clearly on the wrong side of that equation there. Man, he did wrong. And he wouldn't even listen to his wife. He would... Wow. Saw a fire truck outside. But he wouldn't even listen to Sue, and Sue actually had to leave him and go fight on the other side because he just is so bad. And I really hope that that's addressed. The next issue, unfortunately, is going to switch over to the Storms. So it's not going to be, this is going to be the first Marvel 2-in-1 ever made where the Thing is not front and center. So that's kind of not cool with me. It doesn't sit well. Doesn't sit well, but hey, I'm cool with breaking traditions. There are a lot of people out there who can't break with traditions in comic books, man, and just geez, you changed my character, you changed my comic, you changed my universe. Ah! It's dude, they resist change so much. I wonder if they change their underwear. It's whatever, man. That's on you. But yeah, I was really hoping this one thing would be addressed. I was really hoping, and it's not too late. It's not too late. I did hear, however, that Mr. Zdarsky's planning on leaving the comic book, and that really makes me sad. It genuinely makes me sad. Ah, darn it. Anyway, is what it is. In the meantime, no use crying over, spilt milk. We still have the bottle of milk. You know what I'm saying? He's still putting out these books, and I'm going to read them because they're freaking awesome. Anyway, that's going to be it for me, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.